Okay. First of all, I just want to say thank you, God, and I have to be thankful. And I need to be thankful because I'm just glad I didn't have to make myself this childlike, this illogical, and this much of a clown. Literally, they do these theatrics that are so ineffective at this point. They try to intimidate me. They try to play the clown. They make themselves so childish, and they are this purpose that are partaking in this program that literally is about the altering and manipulation and controlling of human mind and people. And you know what this is about, and you see them just be so theatrical. I'm like, it has failed, but it's happening in this weird way where, listen, I know by saying what I say is provoking to them. A lot of these people involving in what's happening to me, which is I'm a target individual, I know what it means. I fully comprehend the whole situation about this. It means that I will be utilized as a test subject. But I'm not alone in this. They're literally doing that to women and children and torturing people that are so vulnerable that you can't even understand who can even partake in that. But I truly see them for being involved in that, which is dangerous to me because it makes me feel super aggressive sometimes because I'm like, your job is to try to negate that. You are literally a facade, you're a psyop. I truly detest you for what you try to cover up. I know you're nothing. I'm not gonna let you escape from what you're part of and try to repaint what you're involved in as something else. It is disturbing. I don't care the tone of voices you're saying what you're saying to negate what you're involved in. Your theatrics. You're gonna make that mistake. You try to be, they have these things like, oh, you abuse. Try to talk about me as a child. Try to exaggerate what I did as a child when they're killing children in the program that they're involved in. Like, you think I'm gonna let you just negate that? And be a clown? They use this like child, high school, gaslighting things. I was on the call. It's always hard. That's how it always goes. There's always somebody new. And they have this new energy and still have the ability to just dumb themselves down. It gets tiresome because you are not, especially this you still have to be logical. There's so much illogicalness you can take as a grown adult person before it's just too much. And so as a gaslighter, they have to be theatrical, they have to be animated, they have to be clowns. Some of these people are grown adult, smart, intellectual people. But they still have to be, and the reality that I put in their face is so disturbing to them. They hate that. And so what happens is they just get excited of what they're going to do to me. It's a way to counter the reality that I was putting in their faces. It's going to be our turn. It's like, it's going to be our turn. What? It's like, your turn of what? Because you've been dealing with, me saying with the reality of what you're involved in. And your turn is me screaming is going to be, oh, this time, what were you saying about how we torture children? What? Let's go. I'm so glad that I didn't let them just enjoy what they're involved in and just fantasize, falsify, retarded way. They do things so... Listen, this new person come. They have this thing with me where they start flipping their hair. Every time they listen to women being tortured, they do things with their hair. They think that's going to... I'm like, Jesus. It's so disgusting. I took a picture, literally she's doing her hair. It's like, okay, it's time to just play with my hair. Apparently that's supposed to negate. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's like, you're a grown woman. You think that's gonna... What? You piece of... And they're like, you're nothing. It's like, I'm thankful I'm a nothing. Because whatever these things that you guys are, I don't want to be that. And I love the fact that you're exciting and encouraging these retards of human beings, these teenagers that are apparently like pretending they get raped. Some of them apparently, I don't know if it's true, but I think the frame that what they're saying, that they're gonna frame it to the point where they're gonna have a child who has a child, pretend that the child that she has as a child is my child. I'm like, wow, what a messed up thing to destroy a life like her. Like, it's not even about, I'm already in bad conditions. Like, whoa, you literally would do that? And I do believe they're capable of doing that. But the shocking part is not what they're doing that to me. Is, can you imagine doing that to a child? Imagine the child, if that's true, and I'm waiting to see what is going to end up happening in regard to the frame they're talking about. Just the ability to have a child already pretending to get raped, already destroyed. Imagine having a child that's already in a situation where she has a child, which is not a good thing. You imagine as a child, a child should not have a child. Okay? There is cases of children with, but that's not how it should go. A child should not have a child until they're the adult. Imagine putting a child already in that circumstances and add to it, but making that child pretend again. It is disturbing. And they're like, no, because like that, you're gonna be abused and tortured. It's like, first of all, you are in a program that abuse and torture children and women and poison them and do other horrible things to them. But then, what my torture and abuse is gonna do to that child future? Nothing. So anybody who put a child in that circumstance, they're destroying the life of this child even more if her life it wasn't destroyed already. But I don't say that because I care about these retards of children. I just love to say the obvious. I don't care what happens to them. I just know that's the reality of things. And they are encouraged by people who are just such a psyop theatrics as it gets. Creating stories of what it's so, like, oh my gosh. Listen, some of what I see sometimes is just like, oh my, it's just so magically happening in this way. This is like a movie. People just try to gaslight you. It's like, oh my gosh, you're just incompetent, and now you just it's okay. I record things of like what happens. It's just, even I record and look back, I'm like, Jesus, this is really happening. These people can act. I was on the call with this woman, with other perps, and listen, we may call out the fact that they use this feminist like psyop, which weirdly enough is not being seen as feminism as a psyop. Can you imagine? Listen, I want to say this here. There is an issue. The women have been persecuted in this equality. There has been inequalities in so many factors. That's why I'm thankful like that I was born a man, because I know it's hard to be a woman. And I understand that things are not easy. In general, there's inequalities, okay? But today, this feminism has been looked at it in this negative way because of this new wave of feminism. That it has no longer been about the empowerment of women. It's been about using feminism when it's convenient to push an agenda. Can you imagine? They are using the same psyop for me to make me think that this thing I should be seen in different ways, because there are women who are presenting this feminist-like facade in a program where there is so many women dying in all kind of horrible ways. And they tell me, oh, they'll be watching the suffering. It's like, oh, you're such a nothing. I don't even want to watch you die. And I think you're truly a nothing. You just want to escape because you are not at peace with the reality of what you're involved in. And so because you want to escape from the reality that you're out here killing, torturing, and poisoning women, you want to watch me scream in pain Because you're gonna think of yourself, oh yeah, pay, yeah, I'm forgetting how we're torturing babies and women. This disgusting trash. I'm dragging them to the hell that they didn't think they were gonna go. This cowardly life. I was on the call with these people, and they have these ways of just becoming like childlike, because it's truly obvious that they're making themselves irrational to gaslight me. Human minds, if they want to convince themselves into something, they can just become childish. Irrationality. And I've been noticing that's like, oh, you're making yourself this irrational, and I'm removing that irrationality out of you and forcing you to see the reality for what it is. And you don't like that. And it's these things. When they're women, they play the feminists. Oh, we dared. You dared. Yeah, this and that. Play the, as a woman, I'm so disturbed. Okay. And then it's the guys. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh, I don't care. We're just men. You know, I'm like, trash. You're involved in a program that tortures children, women, killing them, torturing them, suffocating. They're doing evilness at the worst case, the atrocities. And you shake your head when you try to vilify me. You disgusting shit. You deserve to die. I'm listening to women talk about her vagina being tortured, hit by this dark energy. I'm listening to this woman who's talking about she's getting drugged. I'm listening to this woman waking up in this situation, bleeding and all that, then going to the doctor, a woman doctor, by the way, refusing her a rape kit. I'm listening to the woman say her vagina has been cut from the inside and she's bleeding. You piece of shit, you think that's nasty. And you become fanatical in this way to just cover up reality. And I'm becoming fanatical for them trying to cover this reality. I will never let them live the fantasy, never. And so this woman start making herself like, they start like within each other. They have these ways of just kind of be condescending. And like, oh, you know, yeah, we're not rational here, okay? Rationality is not, you know, I'm like, and it's like, yeah, you're very rational. You just conveniently become irrational when it comes to try to, you know, make me accept of these things. Because apparently, I should just forget that, hey, yo, when we are women in this nature, this thing that they've been doing to people cannot be applied to you. We don't do that. Back in the days, that's when they used to manipulate the brain. They don't do that anymore. It's past controlling the mind and manipulating the brain. Who would want to do that today? We're mapping. We're mining. We're pairing. We don't manipulate the brain. It's different today. Who wants to control the brain now? You listen to this noise campaign. The passion. Because we're mining and mapping and pairing so much we don't control. They are clowns. They're like it's like human clowns like you. You're making noise campaign to stop me from saying that you're controlling my brain. You're being agitating. Because you think I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, this person is making, no, there's something there. Yes, there's you in my brain altering the brain. And try to be fanatical in covering that. Fucking disgusting trash. It's so disgusting to see this trash. It's like, look at these little clowns. Try to negate the fact that they've been manipulating brains since. And some retarded, almost child like me, try to disgusting shit. By the way, this is the latest manipulation that's so disgusting. There's this baby, the whole... this little baby, they will try to make me look at the butt. They're stimulating me. Boom! Intense. And then like, oh, it's a little girl, so it's true. Yeah, we mapped it. There's something there. Yes, there's something there. I wonder, what can it be? What is something that can do these things? No, it's not possible. They're women. They're feminists. fucking disgusting trash. And they use the tonality. You can hear this purpose like, no, you are. And you see, they pop their voices into my brain using V2K. And when they talk, it's so disgusting to hear childlike people who don't know that you sound so fraudulent, and you think that the way you talk now, they are something, you piece. You listen to some retarded ass childlike person. It's like, yeah, there is something, and that's who do. Yes, there are something, and this trash, my brain, altering my brain and using these hypnotic voices. They think this hypnotic is just cringy. Of some childish shit that just, and then I tell me I'm castrated. I can come out. They made me so fanatical that I can do things to myself that I'm scared to even think about. They made me just want to even, because they think that the torture, the way they try to negate, right? It's like, okay, now these people gonna do this thing to you. I was like, I can do it to myself, because I know you gonna see these things and think, oh, you see, because you proved it so much. Give me the knife, I'll do it myself. Think I'm gonna let your retarded ass life? Never. I'm gonna show you what's waiting for you. My suffering is what is needed for you. These retards to get theirs. But let them try to play the games in front of me. I swear to the Lord that there will be a reaction that they will need to have, to experience. This coward lowlife. That you're here blinding children to nothingness. And it's so, like, they love it because it's just, it makes them feel like so special. It's like, we got you. It's like, what? Trust you or nothing the government uses. You work for actually top tier child porn traffickers. You fucking retards. That's magic here. I have to be strong. And I will never let them live the fantasy. I have to be strong for what is about to happen to me. I have to be strong to just now lose it to the point where I just punch the shit out of one of these retards. I have to be strong to prepare myself for the sufferings. I have to be strong to not get lost in these things that they make me experience, and never get lost in who I am. But I also have to be thankful because I could have been this trash. Thank you, God. It is my purpose for all these participants to never even dwell in this escapism they've created. You're gonna be involved in this in the full consciousness of what you're involved in. From who's dying, who's being tortured, from these manipulations that you call mapping, from this control that you call mining. And look at the retards that even start to gaslight you. To all my target, just stay strong.